Hi guys, back once again, and this time I'm talking about Lucifer Season 4. And yeah, it dropped on Netflix. I managed to watch all 10 episodes, managed to get it under my belt. And I've got to be honest with you, Season 4, step in the right direction. It's a big step up from Season 3. Season 3 was an utter mess of a show. And Season 4, honestly, was a step in the right direction. Which was good. But as I started watching Season 4, I got a little bit concerned. And I got concerned because, well, not because they were doing anything wrong, but because a lot of the things that I referenced in my Season 3 sucks video was directly referenced in Season 4, which is kind of worrying. I mean, it's good, but now I'm starting to worry about exactly who's watching these videos. You know, when things that I directly say ends up in the bloody show, it's either a good idea or a real big concern. But no, seriously, things that about the way the characters treat each other was changed, altered. Not massively altered, but altered in such a way that you can see that these characters are now much more of a mesh. So things such as the fact that the procedural crime drama took a back seat to the mythology that was brought forward. Brilliant stuff, exactly what I wanted. So yeah, Season 4 was a good step. Now it's not perfect, right? The show still has these elements in it, and you know, you're not going to drastically change the show overnight. You can't do that. It would be jarring for the audience. And there are indeed some people out there that actually enjoy that aspect of the show. Me personally, it's not for me, but you're gonna have to put it in there. But overall, though, Season 4 was a plus. It was absolutely, compared to Season 3, a major plus. It was only a shorter season, only 10 episodes, so they had a lot more time that they could spend perfecting. They had fewer plots that they could choose from. So yes, everything this season was a little bit more honed, a little bit more refined. Some of the standout things I think were done extremely well in Season 4. Doesn't get a big mention, but the lighting. The lighting for Season 4, I don't know who done the lighting, I'm not going to look it up, I don't care. But they do deserve a handshake because the lighting in this season was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Just to give you a standout moment that stuck in my mind. In Season 4 there's an episode whereby Maze and Dan come out after beating up some gangsters. They step out of their headquarters into an alleyway, and there is a splash of blue light coming from under the stairs. There's gold light at the top. They come walking down the alleyway out into the main street. There's a splash of green light up the right hand side wall. Behind Maze there's a far distant amber glowing light, like just illuminating the entire area. And both these actors are being splashed with gold. It looks absolutely staggering. It is genuinely some very beautiful lighting. And this continues throughout the show. It's in almost every aspect of Lucifer Season 4, and it does make the show look just absolutely top notch. The camera work in Season 4 is pretty good. Standout moment there though has to be a combination of both the camera work and the editing. And that is the opener for Season 4, where Lucifer's sitting by the piano singing Creep. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. These things don't really stick. It's pretty, most of the time, Lucifer is shot in either sort of, your standard sort of over the shoulder one, or over the shoulder two shot, or there's nothing really sort of massively creative about the camera work, but when it does happen, it is really good stuff. And that's what good camera work is. They only use the great stuff for when they need to. They hold off, and that's what makes it work. That's what makes these standout moments stand out then. So yeah, that was really good. The music for Season 4. The music for Season 4 I felt was just as good as any other season. Wish there had been a little bit more of Lucifer by the piano, but we do get these standout moments. So Season 4 kicks off with Lucifer in a morbid state after the departure of Chloe, They didn't try to retcon it, they just took the character out of the show for a little bit of time just to keep us wondering what's going on. I like the fact that because they didn't hit the reset button and they are just pushing the show forward, that Chloe went off to look for some sort of solace, to look for some sort of sign and some help. She accidentally finds her way into the grasp of a maniac priest who believes that Lucifer Morningstar is in fact the devil, which he's not wrong about, but his motivations are to confine him to hell. And this is a good bit. This is a good way to change it up. I'm pretty sure that the guy playing the priest was Nicey Ackerman from Red Dwarf. Inspection. I'm never gonna lie. You can do whatever he likes for the rest of his career. Like, that's where I'm at with him. Oh dear God! Talk about defining your career. So yeah, I liked all that. I like the fact that they didn't hit the reset button. It was one of my big concerns that they were going to go forward and just hit that reset, the Smallville reset button as it's commonly known. But they didn't, and the show moved forward, and they introduced the character of Eve, a very likeable character. Audience-wise, you know, I thought she was a very likeable character. She did get a little bit grating from time to time with her cutesiness, and at some points they did press a little bit too hard on that. You know, she keeps mistaking what one person's saying and interpreting it as a way to win back Lucifer, which did kind of dumb the character down a little bit. It was still funny when it happened. I still laughed anyway, but they could have eased off a little bit on that. But aside from that though, season 4 done a lot of good movement compared to season 3, which as far as I'm concerned is a disaster for a show, particularly you know, after season, let's say episode 5, 6 of season 3, it really does disintegrate. So season 4 does a step up job in that direction of giving these characters a new way to move forward. And an interesting way to move forward is to slide sideways, as they say. So that you don't directly go from A to B, because they say it's about the journey, not the destination. But I think once you get to that destination, you can always go somewhere else, can't you? See, that's the thing. That's what they're not thinking about. They always say that it's about the journey, not the destination. But once you get to the destination, go somewhere else. I mean, what's the problem? So as I said, Lucifer season 4 was not a clean slate, and let's talk about some of the things that didn't quite work for me for Lucifer season 4. And excuse me for a sec. Hello? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell her. Yeah. That was Lois and Clark from the 1990s. They wanted their character dynamics back. Anyway, Lucifer season 4. It's not a clean slate. There are some failings with the show, and it. Sorry about this. Excuse me. Hello? Yeah, I just talked. Right. Okay. Okay, I'll tell. Yeah, okay. Sorry, that was Lois and Clark from the 1990s. They wanted their superhero humour back. In particular, jokes about getting tired. Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Lucifer season 4 is not a clean slate. It does have some faults, and it just, excuse me. Yes. I've just told them about the dynamics here, and the joke here. The whom. Right. Well, they do that. Yeah. Normally, in one season, somebody falls in love with somebody that's not part of the relationship. And then the next season, then they flip reverse and introduce another character so they can stretch it. Right. Mason. Yeah. Well, yeah, she did, yeah. Well, yeah, she was. Okay, I'll tell her. Okay, yeah. That was Lois and Clark from the 1990s. They wanted the love triangles back. Where was I? Oh yeah. Lucifer season 4. Lucifer season 4 is not a clean slate. There are some faults with the bloody shit. Hello. I've told them about the drama. Yeah. And the humour. Yeah. And the character of the triangle. Yeah. Well, it's not plagiarism, is it? Well, I don't know. I mean, well, you can call it plagiarism if you like. But these days they call it a homage, don't they? Well, I don't know. It stops him from being sued. Yeah. Well, he does. Yeah. Yeah, but he has to leave Earth to go rule his people. Yeah. To stop it from breaking out into war. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yes. Yeah. I'll tell her. Lois and Clark from the 1990s. They won the season 3 cliffhanger back. For the love of God. Lucifer season 4 was not a clean slate. It has some problems. So let's talk about. I bloody told them, okay? Lucifer season 4 was not a clean slate. It does have some problems. There are problems with the editing. These problems can be seen in the show. There are episodes whereby you can see, due to the way that the show has been shot, that there are actors standing around in the background who in other shots are completely changed position or completely in a totally not even where they should be. There are, in particular, I will reference a shot so you can check it out as well, something that's clearly visible, and that is a shot where they go to this Muscle Beach and talk to this guy named Ponytail, I think it is, and there's a shot whereby Chloe Decker can be clearly seen in the background mouthing words, but there's no words coming out of her mouth, and then it cuts to a different shot and she is not saying anything at all, and then she starts speaking. These faults in the editing need to be tightened down because it happens a few times in Lucifer. It's part of the problem by the nature of the way the show is made. Clearly there is a dynamic relationship in this show which parallels very much Lois and Clark from the 1990s. I'm just saying, I'm expecting Lord Nor to show up in season 5 and challenge Kal-El to a fight for the planet. I mean, Lucifer for a fight for the planet. I think overall though, Lucifer season 4 did do a step up job. The CG looked good. The way that they've subtly altered these characters so that they're no longer assholes to each other, I think is a good thing. I think that they are stretching out these relationships a little bit too much. And by the way, holding off on having these characters get together, Lucifer and Chloe, doesn't stop anything from happening. We're not coming back week after week because they might get together this week, and then once they do, we won't tune in. That's an old way of thinking. Okay, provided that the relationships between these two characters is strong, if they do get together, great. Because I think most of the audience doesn't give a shit about the Facebook status. I think most people want them to get together, have them to get together, but then just do some good writing once they do. Once they get together, just keep writing good stories. I mean, if your reliance on your show is holding off on these two characters from getting together, you need a stronger show. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave that. I think I've said everything I need to say. Season 4 of Lois and Clark, Lucifer is a great step in the right direction for the show. There is still plenty of work that it can do. See you next time.